Moshe Rabbeinu is speaking to Bnei Yisrael in Sefer Devarim after the conclusion of the first 4 books of the Torah, which is Moshe Mepia Gevura, Moshe giving over the words of Hashem. Now it's Moshe Rabbeinu's time to admonish, to inspire, to speak to the Jewish people. And one of the Obim Sukkim, Moshe Rabbeinu says, Re'ei nasati l'fnechem es aretz. Go and see that I've placed in front of you, you're right on the cusp of going into Eretz Yisrael. Look, I've placed in front of you the land, Bo Rishu es aretz. Go and conquer and inherit it. This is the land that God has promised to your forefathers, LaAvraham, LaYitzchak, LaYaakov, LaSeislehem, Uzaram Acharihim, to give to you and to your children subsequently. It's a beautiful, inspiring, special pasuk. But the Rechaim HaKadosh notes that there is an inconsistency in the pasuk, a grammatical inconsistency. The pasuk begins by saying Re'eh, go out and see, in the singular. And then it's Nasati Lifnechem, I've put in front of you in the plural, Bo'u, go out in the plural, Urashu, and inherit in the plural, the land. So it begins B'lashon Yachid, and then it concludes B'lashon Rabim. Why should that be? Says the Rechaim HaKadosh, Begeder Hari'iyah, Shavim Heim Ki Ish Echad. When it comes to seeing something, they're all the same. Everybody sees the same thing. There are no differences between them. But their level of where they are is not the same, it's different. And about this he said in front of them, in the plural. When it comes to everything else, they are not the same. And I think the depth of what the Rechaim HaKadosh is telling us is that when it comes to seeing, we can all see the same thing. But the way that we are going to interpret it, the way we're going to experience it, and what we are going to do with it is going to be different. And it is our job to personalize it. It is our job, it is our task to make sure that the things that we experience in life, that we do with it, what we understand based on everything else that we have experienced, that this is what we need to do. So yes, we all might have seen what happened. Even now, we're all seeing what's going on, but the effect that it has on us and the inspiration that it gives us is not necessarily going to be the same. And Moshe Rabbeinu is reminding us that our job is to figure out what speaks to me. Not to settle for somebody else's perspective, not to live through somebody else's eyes, but to make sure that we do with it what we feel needs to be done. When we have those moments of inspiration, when we have moments of chizuk, to hold on to it and to interpret it in a way that will continue to elevate us. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu is telling us. But Re'eh, you all might see the same thing. But just because you saw something and somebody else sees something does not necessarily mean that you're going to respond the same way. That response needs to be different. It needs to be according to who you are, what you have done, and what works for you. And when it comes to our reflecting and preparation for Tisha B'Av, everybody, we see what's going on in the world. We see what's going on. We may even read the same words of the Kinos and listen to the same words of Eicha. But how we interpret it and what it does to us and for us is going to be unique. And it is our responsibility to tap into our personal emotions, to make sure that we are ready to receive, that we are ready to interpret, that we are ready to grow, and we are ready to mourn together. And hopefully, Kol Mis'abel al Yerushalayim, anybody who mourns for the destruction of the Yerushalayim, Zoche Veroa B'Simchasa, will merit in rejoicing in the joy of Yerushalayim, the building of the Beis HaMikdash. Amen.